Welcome back to a new Boom Beach video, guys. This is probably going to be the last Boom Beach video of season 49. So I have finally reached my target goal of getting a decent diamond rank there, guys. We've just about reached there. Literally just a few minutes ago, you can see over here, 4 minutes ago. And it's been an interesting journey, so I'll show you what's happened so far. First thing is I made a little bit of a change to my base because the attacks right now are very hard and it's basically a fizzle meta. If you just get like even just 2 engine rooms, you're doing pretty good. It's very hard to fully clear engine rooms. So I'll show you what my base looked like before. So this is how my base used to look like, and if you will notice, I had my sky shield. I had an engine room underneath my sky shield, and I moved that to more inside the base. I put it over here. And that helped me because I was noticing that this engine room is basically a little bit of a free clear engine room, because the bombardiers can simply stand over here and grab that engine room for free. And since it's very hard to collect engine rooms, even the opponent's engine rooms, I figured let me move that more inside the base where it's harder to get inside. They have to clear more of the defenses, that much more of the defenses to get at the engine rooms. So you can see these times, you can see that was a percentage win there. So we're not clearing the base anymore. The opponent isn't even clearing the base fully either. And even if you just get 2 engine rooms or something, you're pretty much winning. So I'll show you the last couple of attacks over here. But before I do that, I'll show you the tech tree, what I did. Okay, so we went ahead and unlocked the smokes and then got the medkits. That was our last unlock that would have helped us push up, and I think it did because we did use medkits on the bombardiers a bit for a couple of attacks there. I've also went and unlocked the mechs there. You can see it down here. I unlocked the mechs. The reason I unlocked that is because of their ability to shock the buildings as they shoot. They freeze the buildings, plus they also freeze like the 2 buildings behind them, behind the defense that they're shooting, so that was pretty good. And I used 2 mechs, 2 heavies, and the rest bombardiers to attack the bases. So I'll show you over here, this replay over here, my replay. So I used the mechs to sort of freeze the defensive buildings just so I don't have to use a lot of shocks. And then I've got the 2 boats of heavies there, so when I do second winds, a lot of heavies are coming back. The mechs, you can see over here, as they go up to that flamethrower, they're going to shock the flamethrower plus the flamethrower behind it. That is if the flamethrower is right beside the other building, so you can see they're starting to shock it. This base, what happened here is this base is kind of split up on 2 sides over here, you can see. So I figured let me go and hide, smoke my troops all the way over to the left hand side and just shock the defensive buildings and just start flaring to the engine rooms. And it worked, but I lost a lot of my bombardiers. You can see I've only got 4 bombardiers left, and luckily none of the rockets were targeting the bombardiers at this point, and I was able to simply allow them to free clear and target the engine rooms for free. And I had enough GB again for second wins. The mechs were doing a nice job taking up all that damage. Did a second win, got some heavies back, and we got a lot of his engine rooms there, you can see. So that was really nice attack. We didn't have to deal with this half of the base. So I'll show you a different attack as well. So this is probably the more typical style you'll see right now if you're at the same engine room. So I just let them basically free clear using the heavies first. I typically save the mechs for when they get into the clustered area of the base. You know, typically back here is where you want the mechs to come out. You don't want them to die early on, because sometimes Kavan doesn't bring back the mechs. He'll just bring back a boat of heavies. So you can see here I'm using the mechs to sort of shock the building, so I don't have to use that much more. I don't have to throw out shocks, and they're doing a pretty nice job. I'm throwing out critters, I'm shocking defensive buildings, I'm doing second wins, and it's all coming together here. Sometimes it doesn't, but some attacks it does come together here. So you can see over here the shock blaster is busy with this mech, and that just allows the rest of these bombardiers to free clear and take out a good portion of his base. And then at this point, we've gotten this little rocket launcher over here was the real killer in this attack. It was all the way over there, and we didn't take it out. We didn't have any more GB or anything, but at least we did some damage percentage, and we were able to take out a few of his engine rooms. And I'll just show you my last attack now. You can see my last attack, we went up against someone who's in the next engine room. So you can see over here, when I first saw this I was quite nervous because the deck is a lot bigger, so it will take you more time to get through. I was tempted to kind of use Seekers, but I realized that, you know, there's shocks along the way. There's a shock launcher underneath the Sky Shield. So I just stuck to my strategy. And you can see this is what I did over here. One boat of heavies, 2 bombardiers, flare straight to that mortar, and then drop my next boat of heavy and bombardier on the right hand side of that ramp, and I just start to let them free clear. And we'll put it at 2x speed right now, and I drop in the mechs at the end after I've dropped my heavies, and you can see now they're going to do some nice job shocking some of these defensive buildings, allowing me to save up my GB for more second wins. And you can see we just work our way through the base slow and steady from one side. It's better to work the base to drop all your troops on one side of the ramp, because you don't want Kavan to be running across the ramp from one side or another. So you don't want Kavan, you know, running from this side of the ramp to over here, or that side of the ramp to over here, because he's gonna die then. So just start from one side and just work your way up, guys, whichever side you pick, left or right. And luckily here, you know, it all came together. We got plenty of bombardiers left, we've got some second wind heavies and riflemen coming up the base as well, and we just let them free clear, do their job, drop a few more critters, trying to take out that flamethrower, and throw out all my artillery and clear the engine room. Luckily the opponent took a really long time. On our base you can see we got 133 and he got 116. Let's show you the enemy replay on this base. So now that I've moved all my end rooms over here, it really forces them to, you know, clear like all this defenses over here. All these defenses have to be cleared before they can even think about attacking rooms. I think what he did over here is try to go up there and perhaps like try and reach over for one of these end rooms or something. I'm not sure why he thought about putting one boat of heavy chopper and bombardier on that side. He should have just come at her from one side. But hey, you know, it worked. These cluster bases are very, very hard to get through. I was expecting a loss, like I said, because he is at the next engine, but luckily our base held up. You can see over here, if that engine was over here, he would have gone that engine right there. His bombardiers over here would have been able to attack it. So, very good idea to put the engines at the very back. Not too clustered, but still spread out and at the back of the base. So you can see a nice thing. If you notice something over here that's very funny, there's a critter right over here that he threw and it's got stuck over there. It stays there for the whole battle. It's kind of like frozen on the like overhanging side of the deck there. So that's a bit nice, nice visual there. And let's get back to the attack. So you can see he's shocking the shock blaster, but the thing that slows him down is really this critter launcher. Because if you notice this area over here, the critter launchers are literally stopping the heavies from progressing forward. Right there you see, and there's also a shock blaster shocking the troops. And you can see that the bombardiers are just constantly targeting the critters instead of attacking my defenses. And that, you know, I didn't count, but that maybe takes up like 6 seconds there. You can see them, they're shooting the critters again and again. And the critter launcher is still up. I've got one boom cannon right there and a cannon there. Shock launchers shocking more heavies. 2 rockets doing their job. This shock blaster is still in place, so that's very nice. It does have a heavy chopper in front of it, but you know, it's slowing down its troops. And after this heavy chopper goes down, my maxed out rocket launchers are doing a nice job taking out his bombardiers. So he does get a couple of engines there, but it's not enough. And luckily we got the win against this player. I think that's the first time I went up against the next base layout there. So That's it right there. Let's collect our chest over here. Not like we're gonna unlock anything. Collect that. Collect this one as well. Rank 21 with 2 stars. We'll take it. Let's take a look at where we are in our local leaderboard. I think we're top 10. At least last time I checked. Yeah, so we're number 7. We might drop down to number 9 or something tomorrow, but I'm hoping we'll still stay on the top 10 there. And I guess, you know, let's just waste our upgrade tokens there just for fun, guys. So it was a nice season. We didn't really need the smokes, but I guess if I'm reflecting on the season, I probably should have went ahead and gotten the Sky Shield, the shock bombs early on, because I spent like a week or two at rank 18 there, just going up and down that rank and not progressing too much. But yeah, so what can you do? You do your best and you stick it out. So yeah, that's the end of the season for me. I'm going to park right there. I hope you all have a good worship season, and I'll see you at the start of next season. If you want to stay tuned for next season, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.